gold, hammered down thinner than a single human hair. Or I just
Widzisz, to jest złote tam jest ten. Tam jest to złote ten. Yeah.
Amazing feat. So really that film isn't worth too much, but we can see the glitz and glamour it got to us. Now the champagne bottle design was a not so subtle jab at prohibition. And believe it or not, it was Daniel Burnham's office who took charge of that building. Now some say that it took a little bit of Al Capone mobster money to convince that champagne bottle design. Now that story might be lost to history, but we do know for sure that there was a speakeasy inside the building. Today it's no longer a speakeasy, it's an absolutely legal hotel bar called the Pendry, and I would absolutely recommend checking it out for a drink. Now just ahead, we're back at the Wrigley Building. My friends, I'm going to be performing a live demonstration for you all today. Kids, ask your parents. The white circle up at the top of Wrigley, that is how we told time in the 1900s. I'll be performing a live demonstration. Do not try this at home, all right? It is 9:15 p.m. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wow, I'm shy. Hold the applause. Now, you should know, if you peek around the right-hand side of Wrigley, there's a massive cathedral that's not a cathedral at all. This is one of my favorite buildings in the city. It is the Tribune Tower. It was the former headquarters of the Chicago Tribune newspaper, but it didn't function like that for very long at all, just about 50 years. Today, it's all luxury apartments and residences. Now you can see they've got a front row seat to the party here on the right-hand side of the water. It's a good place to have some apartments. But the most amazing about the tower building, the only thing about this, you're not able to see that stuff from the water. So, if you want to walk up to the Tribune Tower after the tour today,
W środku ile ludzi nie
you
jest.
would see on the exterior of the building pieces of historical monuments from all over the world. So I recommend going up and checking it out. If you walk up through the plaza, you'll be able to go and touch a piece of the fallen Berlin Wall, touch a piece of the Great Wall of China or the Parthenon. These pieces were brought back by journalists from the Chicago Tribune when they traveled across the world, and they went with a full request in hand to bring back pieces of what they could see. Now that project was so extensive that in 2004, a piece of the moon on display in the windows of the building. It's a beautiful symbol of Chicago as a city of the world. But if you're traveling with kids, be very, very careful because the Museum of Ice Cream is in the lobby. Approach at your own risk. Now, like I said, at the beginning of the tour I mentioned this, that where we are right now, this was the original lakefront. And now that we're facing out towards Lake Michigan, you can see that everything from here forward, it's all infill. Imagine this, the lakefront we have today,
Oh, yeah.
it's all artificial. And that was because the area that we're crossing through, it was a shallow sandbank. It was only about 3 feet deep. And so that sandbank was continually reaching ships. Eventually the city got tired of it. One guy basically claimed the land he had washed in on, and he said that he owned it until his death. That was John Streeter, and we still have Streeterville, the Streeterville neighborhood, as a result. So instead of ceding land to strangers, the city decided to fill in those shallow banks to create the artificial lakefront as we know it today. Now we are also back at Jeanne Gang's buildings, on the right and St. Regis up ahead. I've gotten to do a little bit of work with Jeanne Gang during my master's. I've absolutely cherished that opportunity, but it's also granted me some insider information, right? I have never seen someone who owned so many pairs of binoculars as Jeanne Gang. I was so confused, I didn't know what was going on. She is an avid bird watcher, alright, that's what it is. And so, I found out that she used this passion into her design. Now, St. Regis looks like a normal glass building to us, but it is completely bird safe. Now, what you should know is that birds can't see glass the way humans do, and so glass contextualist buildings often cause collisions. But this building is covered in UV printing patterned glass. And that UV printing, that is visible to birds who can see UV.
Słomianym?
But it does not disturb the surrounding side, you can see the Union. And so, although it was a costly intervention, that has reduced bird collisions in the building by 70%. Hundreds of dollars. Now, really, Jeanne Gang has shown to a new generation of Chicagoans that bringing those interests, passion, and values into the work, that's what can address the issues that are evergreen in cities like ours. And if you look once again way up at the top, those empty floors, those low-through floors, she has also left explicit instructions that birds' nests are not to be removed. Now, most birds don't nest that high, so it's not really an issue, but back in 2022, we had a hawk's nest up there, and, well, true to form, it was not removed, it was not disturbed. And did that cause a few more window cleanings? I'm almost certain, but, you know, to Jeanne Gang, it's worth it. Now, those blow-through floors are accessible to humans, not to the residents of the building, but realtors sometimes make short videos from way up there. Now, if you take a look on the left-hand side, there's a symbolic fountain. This is Centennial Fountain, and it has two little waterfalls coming off of each side of that main curtain. Those symbolize the two watersheds that meet in the Chicagoland area. And every hour, on the hour, for 5 minutes straight, this fountain shoots a 100-foot arc of water into the river every day. So, luckily, we're not catching it today. There's no splash zone seats on the boat. We would hang out in the lakes if we did. But you might catch it later. You might see a little glimpse of it while we're back in the tropics. Now, it's time for one of my favorite stories of Chicago. You can see we are reapproaching Baptiste du Sable Lakeshore Drive. And as we do head up that way, I want to tell you about him, about the father of Chicago. You see, we've mentioned his name a couple of times because du Sable was a permanent, non-native settler to the area. And he came to the area way back in 1770. Now, we don't know much about him. We don't really have too many records from the time, but we know this. We know that du Sable was an African-American man in his late 20s or early 30s. We know that he came by way of New Orleans, very likely, and we know that he met his wife here, a Potawatomi woman by the name of